Hello, everyone. It's Steven Pynakker of Mormon Book Reviews, and this is very short notice. I know. Normally, don't do this. Usually, give people a little heads up when I'm going to hop on live. So I just wanted to make an announcement that Evan Charlie, who's been a good friend and is communicating with me, she's giving me the latest information. Did some records searching in the Lake County, Ohio. Let me see. I'm just working at it. Okay, so we now have some more verifiable numbers. We know the exact amount of money that was purchased, that the Kirtland Temple was purchased for. This is on the county records right here. And the exact amount is 129 million. Sorry, it's foggy. The exact amount paid for the Kirtland Temple was $129,630,988. $129,630,988. So we have the exact amount that was paid for. So that tells us that, and I'm going to give you direct you to the Heart of Discernment page on Facebook. So that means that $129,630,988. And then that means that all the other historical locations and artifacts were sold for a combined $62,869,012. And yes, Mary Curry, I did say I was taking a day off on Facebook, and I just want to give everybody the latest information. So on Heart of Discernment on Facebook, and again, I apologize, this is a very Spartan existence we have here at MBR. There it is. That is the total, and this is the pie chart: $129,630,980. So 67.3% of the monies exchanged were for the Kirtland Temple, and then for the amount for all the other buildings and manuscripts was $62,869,012. So that makes up about a third. So that's the latest, folks, and you can go check out Evan Charlie's Heart of Discernment page on Facebook. And if I can leave a link, I'll try, but I've been locked out of Facebook on my PC since they had that outage the other day, so it's harder for me to do that. And so these are the exact numbers that were paid for. We know this because Evan did some yeoman's work, and she found that by going to, again, this is on the Lake County, Ohio. Now I'm from Lake County, Indiana, so sometimes I might say Lake County, Indiana site. And again, I just want to point this out, maybe get a better shot here. This is from the county. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Okay. And I don't know why. There we go. There it is. There's all the information. There's the address. It's all there. And that's on the Lake County, Ohio website, auditor's website. This was filed. We are working on trying to get exact figures for the Nauvoo properties. Those will probably be disclosed. So as soon as we get more information about the Nauvoo properties and manuscripts, you can bet this will probably be the place that will be giving you the information. Now, I recently, just today, people have started attacking me for breaking the store on Tuesday. And I don't want to address them yet because I really feel we all need to just kind of cool our engines down. As a matter of fact, I was taking a mental health break day, a couple days here to just not do anything. But then this story just came through. So Evan Charlie, again, who's my friend, been on Community of Christ, has been on my channel to talk about the Community of Christ and its issues. It's and then we speculated about the next prophet of the church being a female, which ended up being the case. We identified who it would be like a year and a half before. And we've also talked about her journey as somebody of the LGBTQ community and how I'm trying to get their relationship recognized by the church and the struggles she had that ultimately led. So she's already publicly disclosed that she's left, but she still has a lot of connections in the church. And so just again, I'm the Heart of Discernment and go to Heart of Discernment on Facebook. And we can see here again, breaking the exact amount of money paid for the Kirtland Temple was $129,630,988. Okay. And all the rest, the third went for everything else. So that's the breakdown. We hope to soon get the breakdowns of the count of the Nauvoo numbers as well, because at some point those will be filed. I'm assuming there has to be some disclosure there. And so that's the latest news, folks. We know exactly how much was posted there. And just also, we also want to make it clear that I verified with Evan before she posted this. Okay, do we know for sure that these numbers weren't given in the original press releases issued by the two churches. She just verified, no, they weren't. She's actually clarifying that on the post right now. So this is the first place, of course, between Heart of Discernment, working in conjunction with Mormon Book Reviews. We are now giving further details, further information about the Kirtland Temple sale and the properties in Nauvoo. We will continue to keep you updated on the story. Now, just to get back to some people who are criticizing me for basically just doing my job as somebody who's doing journalistic work. I'm not an official journalist, but I am doing journalism, which is the First Amendment guarantees that we're all able to do that. And I don't have to kowtow to any institutions because I have a First Amendment right to actually break the news however I choose to do so on that format. It was done with a lot of passion. It was done at very last minute, but we did break the story, okay? And I'm not apologizing for that. So those of you who are going to attack me for just doing my job, I don't know what to say. However, I know a lot of you are hurt too. But I also, there's a lot of people that were hurt who were blindsided by this. And it wasn't being blindsided by me releasing it 20 minutes before the press releases. There were people that were blindsided by the whole story that Tuesday. So I really feel like people going and trying to say that it was me, I think that's not fair either. Okay. I'm not perfect. I'm capable of making mistakes, but we broke a news story. That's a legitimate thing to do. And we did it on this platform. So I'm not mad at anybody for criticizing me, by the way. By the way, I've even said, look, at some point, maybe we can reconcile. Your anger towards me, I understand people just want to shoot the messenger. I didn't sell the temple. I didn't sell those properties. John Hychek did not sell those properties. As a matter of fact, John Hychek tried to, according to what he's told me and told other people, he tried to buy those properties himself so it would stay in the hands of the Midwest Saints. Okay. That's what he tells me. That's how he got involved in this whole thing in the first place, once he caught wind of this going down. And yes, of course, we knew this was happening well before. We knew that these talks, in many ways, were probably decades in the making. It wasn't like they just at the last minute, but we do question the timing of the release of those things. That's the only thing I dispute. I just think that if they indeed decided to ahead of time to release that information at 1:30 Mountain Time or thereabouts, I'm surprised, because there were a lot of people that should have been in the know by then that were only given the heads up minutes before that. And so I don't know what to say. Just because I broke the story 20 minutes before, somehow I'm the boogeyman here. But I get it. This is very emotional. Listen, I want everybody to understand something. After 48 hours of this story being broke, I was running on adrenaline, and there was excitement. I'll admit, excitement to breaking one of the biggest stories in the history of the Restoration. Who wouldn't be, right? But then 48 hours, and I've talked about this, and I've been from the very beginning, from my appearance on the Quick Show that has over 50,000 views, I said, listen, we got to respect the people at the Community of Christ. They are mourning people right now. From the very beginning, that is the message that I've been getting out to the Utah Saints, okay? And if you go to that Quick Show interview, every other comment is, we love you, Community of Christ, and our hearts go out to you, okay? And thank you for being such great custodians of the church. So I've stepped up and done nothing but praise the Community of Christ. And if there's some people that are upset with me for breaking a news story, which it's like, it'd be like, what if CNN did it instead of me? Would you be mad at them? I mean, why can CNN break a news story, but I can't? That's the question I have for you. I'm a podcaster. This is what I do, and I'm not beholden to any institutional organization. I'm the only really independent, neutral Mormon podcaster in this field, and this is probably the right place for this story to be broken anyhow. So yeah, but again, I get the hard feelings. So again, folks, just so you know, we know the exact amount of money. Go to Evan Charlie's Heart of Discernment Facebook page. There we go. This is the county records, and I've already pulled up the county records in Lake County, Ohio, right here. I'm just good. These are the county records, and there's the sale price, and that's the deets everybody. So we're going to continue to be on top of this story, this ongoing story. I've already reached out to some of my people in the Community of Christ who are going to be coming on. Just so you know, Community of Christ people will be coming on this program to talk about this. Some of them who, by the way, I will tell you, reaching out to them, I was crying with them on the phone, and they weren't mad at me for breaking the story. They were mad that these things were sold. Okay. And they were mad at the way they found out, and heartbroken and devastated. And 48 hours after I went on Facebook, on my live Facebook, And I started breaking down and crying because I was mourning with the Community of Christ people and hurt, and also mourning with the people who felt they were betrayed in the 80s. About a quarter to the third of the people left the RLDS church, and those people are still wounded. See, I have to deal with their pain too, and their sense of betrayal that's still there to this day. So please don't lecture me when I have to go and comfort the people that were hurt by the RLDS 30 years ago, or at least be somebody can listen to their stories and hear the pain that they're still going through. Okay? So there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of emotions, and it's not just what happened on Tuesday. This is a decades in the making situation. And I remember even going to Whitmer Historical Association and questioning how the approach that they took was it a mistake what they did in the mid-80s, how they did this. And I had people from the Community of Christ come to me and say, thank you for asking that question. Thank you for making that statement, including people that were involved in the transition of the church from a conservative restorationist church to a liberal mainline Protestant church. Okay? And they thanked me for bringing that up at John Whitmer Historical Association in a public forum. So this is nothing new. And what we're doing here is we're going to continue to break news. We're going to speak truth to power. We're going to push the envelope. We're going to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. We're going to speak truth to power. And we're not going to allow, if we have a news story and we've broken 4 news stories this year alone. And we're that's what we do here at MBR now. We become a place where news stories that regard the restoration are broken, or we do the investigations ourselves. You know, sometimes I'm doing it, sometimes Rebecca's helping me do it. I've got other people that help me. I have evangelicals that are helping me. We're working about 3 or 4 different stories right now, folks. And I have different sources and different stories, and there's going to be other big stories that are going to be coming out. This will not be the last time we break a major story here on MBR. And so I'm not going to apologize for doing my job. However, I do want to extend the olive branch to the people that are upset that let's give this some time. Let's give this a few days, few weeks, maybe a few months. But I do want to sit down and talk to you. And for those of you who feel that I did hurt them, I want to hear your story too. But I prefer to do it privately, perhaps on a Zoom call, or if I make my way to Independence, or if I make my way to Utah, which I'll be doing in April, one-on-one, I'll do that. And I'll look you in the eyes and you can tell me your story. And if you feel that I hurt you, I want you to say that to my face, whether it's on a Zoom call or in person. And we'll talk. And I'm telling you, you'll have a sympathetic ear, okay? Because I'm not here to hurt anybody. And again, the intention on Tuesday to break the story was not to hurt anybody. But after 48 hours of all this devastation I hear from people of the Community of Christ, overwhelmingly, by the way, thanking me for breaking the story, handling it the way that I did. And they were not mad at me. They were mad at the church that sold their sacred spaces. Okay. And so I think that it's important. I think it's important that we are sensitive here. So again, I don't hold any animosity. Hold on. I did? Evan, I'm sorry. I showed. How did I? No, I just showed the heart of discernment thing. No, there's nothing on here that was shown. I shown our conversation, but I didn't show anything else in that. So don't worry about that. I'm pretty sure we're okay with that. Okay, folks. Either way, there's just a lot of breaking news happening right now, and I'll keep you posted on the latest of this whole story. And I do appreciate everything and everybody. I appreciate Evan. I appreciate everybody here. And I just want to make it very clear. I want to talk out and reach out to everybody that feels that I've hurt them. I want to chat with you. So either way, just doing a 15-minute thing here, hopping on. We'll talk to you later.